Hello guys, this is Lorenzo again. Thank you once again for coming to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, and share, and tell me what other research you'd like me to do for you. But here we go. This particular article is called 13 Ways to Eat Organic Without Going Broke by Tracy Kanosk on October 28, 2014. I fully realize the system is wrong and unfair. Yes, it can seem more expensive to eat organic whole foods and buy more produce, but seem is the key word. If you add the cost of cheap food plus doctor visits plus prescription drugs plus time lost from work and family and decreased quality of life, you're absolutely winning if you wake up every day feeling great with radiant skin to boot. If you tell me any of these things below, I honestly don't want to hear it because, as my sweet sister-in-law tells me, we all find time and money for what is important to us. Let's be honest, it's true. I'm a single mom. I'm a student. But I'm living on a fixed income. But we're paying for college. I can go on and on about choices. New phones, iPads and tablets, vacations and travel, new cars, cigarettes, lattes, handbags and shoes, apps, books, CDs and movies, stereos, clothes, makeup, skiing and snowboarding, boats, campers, hunting gear, guitars, guns, cable, eating out, gym membership, sports for the kids. If you were out of work, would you make the same decisions you are on today? Probably not. Not that we want to live without a smartphone or cable TV, but we could if it was important, right? Reassess that list above. What is on that list that is actually an optional cost? So what it really comes down to is your health important enough that you make a lifestyle change and spend more money on high quality food? If you had cancer, would you find a way to take care of your health? If yes, then why wait until the axe falls? So let's get started. And I have to state the obvious. Eating organic is a choice. Doing what I do for a living, I fully understand that there are now 88,000 chemicals registered and that another 1,500 to 2,000 are introduced each year. I understand that this is up to the manufacturer to determine safety. Remember, when we were told cigarettes were safe, margarine, Vioxx, they, in quotes, don't always tell us the truth. I'm going to eat plain old food. The fact that we now have to call plain old food organic is beyond me. We don't call conventional food pesticides added food. It isn't about being a yuppie, holier than thou, but when we know better, we can do better. Just like I choose to tithe every month, even when I can find a way to spend that money. It comes before optional items. I've made a decision about eating the highest quality food I can personally afford, and I choose to eat organic, and it comes before other non-essential items in life. Number one, buy your meat in bulk. This is probably the most underutilized strategy out there. Of course, you can't afford to eat local, grass-fed, organic meat at $17 a pound for a steak, or so-called natural pork chops at $12 a pound. Look around for a local who raises pigs, lambs, beef. The price per pound drops significantly. If you have a freezer and you can cowboy up the money to stock your freezer, if you don't have the freezer space to buy a quarter of a beef or a half a pig, it is the investment you'll probably consider because the freezer will pay for itself in the first year as you save hundreds on your meat bill. 2, rarely eat out. You can do the math. You know that a meal for 2 can easily run $25 for a Sunday brunch. If we're talking dinner surf and turf and maybe a glass of wine or potatoes, vodka, substantially more. That $25 to $100 per meal goes a long way toward buying organic apples, celery, strawberries, and potatoes. Besides that, if I eat in a restaurant here in my local area, I am not getting quality free-range eggs, organic, free-range meats, or organic produce. So eating at home is cheaper and healthier. Number 3, rarely drink out. We almost exclusively make and drink coffee and tea at home. I don't have to tell you what a latte costs, right? Even a simple cup of tea is $1.75 or $2. How about that glass of wine with dinner for $7 or more a glass? You don't think of it as an extravagant because it is just a few dollars here and there, but opt out for 1 month and put the money in a jar. How much did you save? Add it up. What do you and your family spend eating and drinking out each month? Number 4, garden. It's October as I write this. We still have beets and onions in the garden. It isn't that we're master gardeners because we have a lot to learn. But this year, I challenged myself to not buy any produce once our garden started producing, and it was a whopping success. I figure we save $500 each month in August and in September on our normal produce bill, and probably half of that in July, and October as partial gardening months. Our basement pantry must have 100 number of winter squash that will last us months. Gardening saved us about $1,500 a year. Number 5, buy what makes sense at Costco. Costco has plenty of organic staples that you can save money. Coffee, beans, chocolate chips, butter, coconut oil, sun-dried tomatoes, chia seeds, quinoa, olive oil, blueberries, berry mixes, carrots, celery, etc. Of course, the supplies change, but use it at your advantage. This year, I bought flats of organic blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries when Costco had them. I washed them and froze them myself at a fraction of what it used to cost me to buy them. Number 6, eat seasonally. Eat all the strawberries and asparagus you can in the spring and summer. Likewise, eat winter squash and potatoes this winter. Number 7, shop sales. If broccoli is on sale for $1.79 a pound and cauliflower is $3.29 a pound, get the broccoli this week. And cabbage is super healthy for you and almost always pretty cheap and has a long fridge life. Number 8, eat semi-simply. I'm personally not one to buy a lot of fancy ingredients. Eating healthy doesn't have to be complicated and involve a personal chef each day. Soups, stir fries, or just simple meat and veggie dishes are nature's food. Enjoy it. Number 9, travel with your own food. You can do this if you are on a little weekend getaway. Of course, it's harder if you're gone longer than a few days or if you're flying. But we recently went out of town, and I'm happy to report that we took and ate our own food since we were traveling in a car. We also went away for the 4th of July, and again, we packed a cooler and mostly ate our own food. You can figure you save about $100 a day if you can travel with your own food. Even if you eat breakfast and lunch from a cooler and eat dinner in a restaurant, you'll save money. Number 10, incorporate some super cheap meals. Salmon burgers are fast, easy, and happen to be cheap. 2 cans of Costco wild salmon, 2 eggs, and about a half a cup of almond flour. We're talking 6 patties, 3 meals for the 2 of us for the whopping price of $6 or $1 each. The Kenott's Dollar Menu. Here's my easy recipe, and you can click on her link to see the recipe. Number 11, make your own salad dressing. And Lord only knows how much I save. A bottle of quality dressing is $3 to $5 a bottle. My ingredients: hemp oil, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, and a splash of organic maple syrup. See me and my staple dressing on this video. You can click on our link to watch the video. Number 12, while we're on the subject of make your own, Make anything at home and save. Kombucha, Kefir water, sauerkraut, pickles, cow or goat yogurt if you consume dairy, bone broth, which she has a link to show you how to make it, ice cream, which she has a link to show you how to make that, cheese if you're adventurous, Lara bars. This is an endless list. I have over 100 grain-free, paleo-ish recipes on this same website you're reading. Check them out. Number 13, make and freeze. A number 10 can of coconut milk, BPA free of course, saves me a lot of money over buying the soup can size, and I can pour the coconut milk into my silicone muffin cups and freeze the milk into handy little blocks that I can then throw into my smoothie. This also applies to making big patches of soup and freezing it in meal-sized portions. Last weekend I boiled bones and made my own broth, then made a huge kettle of soup and froze it in glass jars. I love having instant healthy meals to fall back on. Number 14, bonus. What I don't do. I rarely, and I mean rarely, buy a gluten-free or grain-free product, meaning I'm not buying expensive gluten-free cookies, bread, waffles, etc. A pack of gluten-free pizza crust lasts me about a year. If I want a paleo-ish anything, I make it. Here's a whole category of recipes on my site of grain-free muffins, bread, rolls, tortillas. I think you'll see a theme here. Buy whole organic food, prepare it yourself, and do some dishes choices. Pay the farmer or pay a doctor. If you had cancer, would you find a way? Why wait? Ready for some other big tips? These are other lifestyle things we do here at the Kanosk House, which just add to the list above. We both drive older cars. They aren't junkers by any means, but my 2001 Toyota Camry is a great car with leather seats. And then she goes on and on, talk about different things she does. Just gonna ruminate over a couple of them. Spend the money. Don't spend a lot of money on shoes. Don't spend a fortune on Christmas. They don't travel too much. They stay healthy, eat well, get a lot of sleep. Things like that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a nice overview of something I saw for people that were always complaining. She's not exactly what, a raw foodist or a vegan. As you see, she gets into the meats and things like that. But for people who always ask about eating organic, I figured this would be a good link for you to check out. Also, go check her site out so you can see it yourself. And thanks again. Subscribe and share. Peace.